Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow, grab your phone, and nothing loads. No TikTok, no YouTube, no Google, not even cat memes. The entire internet, everywhere, all at once, is just gone. Forever. Sounds like the start of an apocalypse movie, right? But what would actually happen if the world's internet shut down permanently? First, let's set the rules. In this scenario, the internet doesn't just go out for an hour or a day. It's not, oops, the Wi-Fi is down. I mean completely, permanently shut off. No websites, no email, no cloud services, no online shopping. If something requires the internet, it's toast. So what happens next? At first, you'd probably assume it's just your router being annoying again. But when you realize the whole world is offline, panic. Social media collapses instantly. Billions of people lose their main way of talking to friends, sharing news, and posting vacation selfies. Remember when Facebook went down for just a few hours? People freaked out. Multiply that by infinity. Banking systems? Disaster. Almost all money today is just numbers stored on servers. Without the internet, online transfers, credit card payments, and stock markets freeze. ATMs stop working. Your Venmo balance? Gone. For a while, cash would become king again, if you can find some. And businesses? Absolute chaos. Most companies rely on online logistics to track shipments, place orders, or pay workers. Without it, shelves and stores empty quickly because nobody knows where the next delivery is or when it's coming. Governments and militaries actually train for internet blackouts. They'd switch to backup communication like satellite phones, landlines, and radio. But for regular people, it's back to the 1980s. Want to talk to someone far away? Write a letter, or maybe try ham radio. News would spread slowly again, through TV, newspapers, or word of mouth, which sounds kind of cozy until you realize fake rumors would be nearly impossible to fact-check. Hey, did you hear dinosaurs came back? Nobody can Google it. You just have to trust Steve from down the street. Without the internet, life changes in strange ways. Entertainment. Goodbye Netflix binges, Twitch streams, and YouTube rabbit holes. People would go back to DVDs, radio, and, brace yourself, cable TV. Board games and books might actually make a comeback. Work and school. Online classes? Gone. Zoom meetings? Dead. Students would return to physical classrooms, and remote jobs would basically vanish. Dating. No Tinder, no Bumble. If you want to date, you have to meet someone in real life. Terrifying. The internet is the backbone of the global economy. According to some estimates, it contributes over 10% of world GDP. Pull that out, and we're talking about the greatest financial crash in history. Airlines rely on internet systems for booking and air traffic coordination. Hospitals rely on online records and remote consultations. Even farming uses internet-connected equipment. The chain reaction of failures will be massive. In rich countries, life would feel like being thrown back to the early 20th century, but with more confusion and way more people. Developing countries that skipped landlines and went straight to mobile internet would be hit even harder. Entire economies could collapse overnight. But humans are annoyingly adaptable. After the first few years of chaos, we'd start building workarounds. We might create new local communication networks that don't rely on the global internet, like giant intranets for each region. Maybe postal services expand again. Tech companies would reinvent offline versions of apps. Physical mail versions of Twitter, where every day you get a packet of 280 character notes from strangers. Honestly, might be better. And who knows? Without the constant distraction of scrolling, people might spend more time outside, with family, or doing hobbies that don't involve glowing screens. Libraries, theaters, and public spaces might become the new social media. Here's the twist. The biggest loss isn't entertainment or even money. It's knowledge. Right now, the internet is humanity's collective brain. Billions of pages of science, art, history, and ideas, all accessible instantly. If the internet vanished, so would that library. Yes, some information exists in books and archives, but not nearly as much. Imagine billions of people suddenly getting collective amnesia. That's the real disaster. So, what if the internet shut down across the world forever? At first, panic, then collapse, then eventually a messy, offline recovery. We'd survive, but civilization would feel smaller, slower, and maybe, in some ways, a little more human. But honestly, let's hope the internet sticks around. I don't think I could handle mailing my memes. So, what's the first thing you would miss if the internet disappeared forever? Let me know in the comments. And hey, while the internet is still alive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. Because who knows? It could be your last chance.